Yeah. Yo, good evening and welcome to BLAPPS TARK number 12. It's the 7th of October 2018. I am Victor S. Evelyn, otherwise known as BLAPPS, BLAPPS. This is BLAPPS TARK. It is the philosophy of BLAPPS we talk about. BLAPPS means Better Living and Positive Propaganda System. TARK means T-A-R-K, means talking about real knowledge. And that is the truth. That's what knowledge is. We say knowledge is the truth of the matter. And here we are here to uncover the truth. And what is that? That is what they're not saying when their lips are moving. Yes, a lot of people like to chat a lot, like to move their mouth in a very peculiar ways. But when they're chatting, they're absolutely not saying exactly what the truth of the matter is. And that's what we call bushy or bovine defecation, as some people with better mouths than me would like to say it. But yeah, we're going to talk about what happens over here. We're going to talk about what happens over there. That's outside the UK. We're going to talk about celebrity community in the world of celebrity community, and we're also going to talk about what sparks me off at the end of this show, towards the end of the show. And it's a weekly thing. It's cathartic for me. I keep telling everyone it needs to be done, or I'll get out of control. I'll lose it. You see, I can't start Monday unless I'm chilled from getting this stuff off my chest from the week before. You see, Monday doesn't look like it's going to be a good day. It doesn't bode well for Luton, where we're coming from here. Luton in the UK. If I don't get it off my chest and clear it, you see, and then go forward. All right. Peace. Welcome to the show. Go in the chat room. Let me know you're here. That you got my back. My back is gone. Yes, that was my people, Public Enemy, introducing the show. I always start with them. They bring my spirit on board. They invoke my natural fury that I've been quelling during the week. And so when I play that, I get released. I feel like I'm released. Dave Hunt's in the house. What's up? Julie Brown in the house. Julie Brown in the house. What's happening, babes? Okay, glad to see you in. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Be warriors. Get into the chat room, say something. It doesn't matter. I know you're there, so that feels good too. But Dave, I still ain't got no music, bro. So sort it out for me, bro. Help a brother out. So, not sure you understand. We're talking about over here first, within the UK, what's happening. Not sure you understand the history of Speakers Corner in Hyde Park in London, but it's known throughout the world as a bastion of free speech where you can literally say whatever you want, so long as you do not incite violence and hate speech, which incites people to do things that they may not want to have done. Yeah, so it's violence, literally. So literally you can cuss out someone and tell them that they're talking absolute balderdash. One of my favorite games, by the way. It's a family thing every Christmas, because of balderdash, but it's awesome. We love to debate and chat utter fart, but it's that's a nice way to say it. Nicest way. Anyway, people in Speaker's Corner have been battling over the last, I'm gonna say, 8 months, really hard, to the point where there are full-on street battles and people getting beaten up outside of the park because they can't really do it inside the park because the police are over there. They're literally real close, like 200 feet away. And they're riding bikes around the park and everything, so they're on the radios constantly, and there's cameras and stuff like that. So there are known nuisances that have been sparking this violence, and I'm going to say racial hatred rather than cultural hatred, which is what it really is. It's nonsense, really. It's just a matter of these people, they do not understand the words free speech, and so listen to their peers who are equally as ignorant about what free speech is and equate it to hate speech. So therefore, anyone that says something they disagree with is now a hate speech preacher, and therefore must be attacked physically as well as actually, mindfully, spiritually, whatever way you want to say it. So this has now put into jeopardy the whole point of Hyde Park and the free speech. Now, for people that do not understand free speech in Hyde Park, it's a representation of free speech all over the country. Northern Ireland, Scotland, Wales, England, okay? This is all free speech everywhere, okay? But in Hyde Park, it was given as a place where it would all be centrally put, so you could get on your soapbox, which is literally where the term soapbox came from, because people would get a soapbox and put it on as a literal platform for them to stand on and be above people's heads, so that they could tell them, I believe unicorns actually run the whole universe, and therefore I am the chief of the unicorns and order you all to bow before me. And people go, you talking rubbish, oi, get off that box, you idiot, you talking rubbish. And they can talk as long as they want. You can't use megaphones. You can't extraordinary means to power your voice. So therefore you have to shout, and a lot of people shout in front of you. If you can't take it, if you can't take heckling, if you haven't got control of your emotions, if you don't know what you talked about and you get called out on it, you can lose control. And some people have done it in epic ways. And some people have said such derogatory and incendiary comments that they have become famous, or rather infamous, for it, and have been ejected from the park by the police. Notably, I know what you're going to say, some people. I can't understand what you just said, Julie. Joanna, say it again. Hello, Joanna, by the way. I'll get that in a minute, Joanna. I'm going to have to reread that a couple of times. It doesn't actually look like it makes sense, but if you can make it more clearer, what you're asking, and then I'll answer you there. Thanks for being there. If you understand there's people out there that have a disagreement against what you're saying, then you should be prepared to deal with such people. But some don't do their research. Some just go in the park just to shout, make a name for themselves, get famous, because a lot of these people have their own channels now on YouTube. And the channels are like TV stations on the YouTube, especially when you're looking up anything to do with Speaker's Corner, and you do a little research at Speaker's Corner, you'll find that there are a lot of Titans TV, content over anything, Dawa Squad. These people are becoming very famous. They're having a lot of following, and people begin to listen to them because they bring you all the videos that you enjoy watching, because just for the debating or the actual diverse ideas that come out and different feelings on different subjects. So these people regularly report on the goings on there, to the point where if someone does do something incendiary like Tan, this guy from Malaysia who has very interesting ideas. He started his own religion based on his own name, Tango. So he carries around Tango, cans of Tango, and opens up like it's wine from his own blood kind of thing. Yeah, sounds crazy, but when you listen to him, some of the things sound sensible until you really think about what he's saying. So he can carry you along on this wave of intelligence, obvious intelligence, and sincerity in what he's saying, and passion for what he's actually talking about. But when you listen to it, it's utter drivel. And in my subjective opinion, it's utter drivel. And some of those things are a bit more hard to tolerate than others. Like he wants to, I don't even know if I should give this guy any energy anyway, but he's one of the people that I'm talking about that is bringing the whole point of the Speaker's Corner under real threat. So we've got to watch out for people like this, and we've got to keep the bastion of truth out in the truth safe from people like this. So it's good to have the balance. Let me get rid of this, because this is what I need. Hold on. This is what I need to know exactly what's going on, with exactly what time it is. It's usually in front of me. Okay. So do we need people to bring the balance in Speaker's Corner? Even though it's entertaining to see all these people argue from morning, literally morning on Sunday. It's every Sunday they meet, till night time, till it's dark, and they bring out the cameras and the lights to light up whatever debate is going on. Some of these debates last 2-3 hours. Some of them last 5 to 10 minutes, but you never know what people are going to say. So they have to put up crazy titles and, proof of God. To get, ooh, that looks interesting. Type. So yeah, this is the kind of thing that must be saved, is free speech for real free speech. When people like Tommy Robinson get up there, when people like Adnan saying gets up there, and you got people like Tan saying very explosive, incendiary, divisive comments, we need the balance that says, no, he's talking ridiculous stuff because of this. That guy doesn't truly believe this because, look, here's a video. That guy doesn't understand exactly where he's coming from, but he's backed by people that think this way because of that. And so therefore his narrative is swayed towards that. And you need people like that for the balance, because that's what's going to keep Speaker's Corner and the idea of free speech throughout UK alive. So this is what we're talking about in over here, is Speaker's Corner, and what it will take to stop it from being cancelled by the police, who are losing patience, as you can see in some of the videos. But they understand it themselves, so they get embroiled in some of the arguments themselves, of course, and because you've got people like Gang there. Gang is not what you think. It's not a gang. It's kind of a gang, but it's called gang because it's G.A.N.G. which stands for Guiding a New Generation. And of course, there's black people, all kinds of black people, and white and Asian, blah, blah, blah. If there's anyone who wants to guide a new generation away from street violence and that life, street life, road life, whatever. And yes, they are not interested in your religion. In Gang, there are different religions, but they're really interested in what are you doing with what you know to better the lives of the youth that are living under the influence of what you have spouted in your religion. So it's cool. I like it. And when you research them, they might be smoking their spliff, they might be selling their books, but they are doing good works in their community. But there are people that are opposed to them that like to say all they do is act like a bunch of apes and are the N-word and of low intelligence and blah, 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 which is Tan. And this is why I find him quite divisive. But there you go. This is a very interesting thing. I think more people should open up their eyes to what's going on in Speaker's Corner. It is super entertaining. You are missing out if you don't pick up on a few videos at least once a week to check out what's going on. But it is a very important subject for people that believe that they're living in one of the better countries on the planet where free speech and tolerance of all is highlighted and loved by the community. So this is what we thrive on. We all came from different places, right? You know, we're not. If everyone was the same, we'd be boring. So why should we all pick on your idea as the best one? Why should we all take on one idea? It doesn't make sense. So it's better to learn and grow from diversity, become strengthened by it. That's what I say. Anywho, so we're going on to over there in a second. I'm just going to make sure that whatever I play it's not owned by Microsoft or Sony or something. Okay, I'm gonna play this one. Okay, I don't know how long it's gonna last, or even if it's gonna work. I'm gonna try and play it. Oh no, it's not playing. No. Oh, well that might work. Okay, I'm gonna try this one out. Nah, it's not. It doesn't like it. No, nothing's working as usual. Better me.
Power on. Bluetooth device ready to pair. Bluetooth device connected. Disconnected. Bluetooth device connected.
I'm just gonna have to quit that because it's not, like Joanna says, the music quality is not all that. I've just connected the extended speaker, so I'm feeling that it will work now, but it's kind of late, and we're behind on. I'm going to play a tune just to see if it'll work, but we're kind of behind on over there, which is about Kavanaugh. Judge Brett Kavanaugh. There's this hilarious meme going out. I don't know if it's a meme, if it's a video that lasts about half a minute, but it's a script from Pulp Fiction. The video, the part where he goes to see Brett. Your name is Brett. Let me guess. Your name is Brett. That one, that scene from Pulp Fiction. They use it to talk to Brett Kavanaugh. It's very funny. You should check that out. But if you don't understand what's going on right now, Trump has elected a Supreme Court judge, as is his right to do as president. And what happens when you got a Supreme Court judge on your side is that you can pass laws in the future, and you know that he will vote on it because he's one of your guys that you elected. And so they're not supposed to be partisan. They're not supposed to be thinking about politics. The judges are supposed to be cut and dry. Is it a good law? Is it a bad law? What do we think about this law being, that kind of thing? They're judges. They don't care about emotion. They don't have that feeling thing going on. So what he's done as admitted this one, but the Democrats, to pause it. I'm not sure if they did it to pause or to slow down the voting process and the procedure to get him put onto the Supreme Court judge, to become a Supreme Court judge, to slow down the whole process by finding this lady, Chrissy Blasey Ford, who's a doctor, Dr. Ford, who came forward and said she had been attacked by the teenage Brett Kavanaugh in the past, obviously, at a party, and he attempted to rape her, and she forgets where it was, blah, blah, blah. But she has a feeling where it was, and, it was definitely 100% him. So they kind of, oh, look, let's listen to this woman. Let's find out if it's true or not. So they had a week. They delayed the whole thing for a week, which is literally a job application. You know what I mean? He's already a federal court judge. So he's going to be a Supreme Court judge now. So it's not like he's losing livelihood off of this. It's just that obviously more power, and he's there for life. So it's a very important decision. And the whole of America is waiting to hear about this decision and what's going on, what's happening in the trial. How many more women have come forward because the Me Too people jumped straight on this and found other people. And a lot of people that have got nothing to do with this got involved deeply. And they were going back to his past, and his wife is like, what's going to happen now? So their lives have been made into chaos now, especially Mrs. Ford, the doctor who came forward in the first place. She was the victim. But now they Trump has treated, like he always does, Kavanaugh as the victim. Oh, men, because of this Me Too for men are going to have their whole past brought up. And if you think, oh, you touched one woman on the shoulder 40 years ago, oh, you abused a woman, blah, blah, blah. So therefore, men have to grow up not even knowing a woman and looking at a woman wrong or anything like that. And it's becoming, making the whole of the futures of manlyhood. So Trump is crazy already. The stuff he says is ridiculous, but he just went one step further every time he's on TV, which is every day. You'll mention is Trump, something about Trump. He just gets crazier and crazier and crazier, and no one is doing anything about it. It seems like everyone's like, what has he done this time? Yeah? Called the woman a whore, did he? Made out that she was the one that was wrong for actually coming forward, yeah? Calling her an idiot. She doesn't remember anything, but she remembers it was Kavanaugh, yeah? That's what he's saying about her. So he's taking a mickey out of her. A woman that was attacked by a man 30 years ago. May not have been Brett Kavanaugh, but she's definitely attacked. He's making fun of her. That's bad. So what are we having for breakfast? It's just literally people just, and the Republicans are like, we're going to stay in power if we have this judge. People will vote for us because we're getting stuff done, like appoint a chief supreme judge. So they'll remember that instead of remembering who this woman is, what's her name, blah, blah, blah. So they all look bad. They might have won this battle to gain the vote in the next midterms, but they have lost the war. The war is the midterms and power after it. So I reckon that the Democrats are just going to walk them. They're going to walk away with everything, the Senate, the Congress. They're going to have control over it, and then they're going to impeach Trump, which is really what he's scared of. And that's why he appointed Supreme Judge Kavanaugh, who says presidents cannot be impeached. While they're sitting presidents, they cannot be impeached. He would vote against a president being impeached if he was a Supreme Court judge. And Trump was like, yeah, I'll put this guy up. Why? No reason. I like him. I like the way he ties his tie. That's what I want to know. So this is the reason. This is the reason why it's so interesting to watch. It's so transparently disgusting that Trump is backing up this person just for himself, not for the country. But the thing is, he's only going to be here for like 4 and at worst 8 years. This guy's in forever, till he's dead. He could be 99 on the. I don't know what I'm talking about, but yes, ban black people from being in America. Yes, I like that law. He could, because he's on the side of Trump, right? And Trump has never got really along with black people. You know what I mean? Alexa. It's not Alexa. It's just my Bluetooth speaker. Not Alexa. It's just a Bluetooth. It's nothing special about it. Yeah, it's funny though. Yeah. So that's what we're talking about over there. Is Kavanaugh. What do you think about this? You got the witnesses that came forward, 20 odd witnesses they weren't talked to. The FBI were told by Trump, you have complete carte blanche. Go out and investigate the whole thing, the whole situation. Talk to everyone you want to. But in the background is going, make sure you don't talk to Kavanaugh. Make sure you don't talk to that doctor that made the accusation first. Don't talk to his teammates that were sleeping with in the same dormitory as him in the college. Don't talk to anyone important. Just talk to, yeah, we're going to cover the whole thing. Yes, the FBI can do anything they want. Yes, they've been told to do anything they want. So now the Democrats, now that these people voted 50 to 48 in favor of Kavanaugh being Supreme Court judge, one Democrat switched their vote to say, yeah, he's okay, which is incredible. Mind boom. Yeah, so I'm just, Trump's going out saying, yeah, see, I told you, she was not, you know what I mean, she might have seemed credible, but, you know, Kavanaugh's much more credible anyway, so it's made people think, who was actually really lost in this? Kavanaugh, he's set for life, no problems there. Trump, his midterms are looking stronger now to him. Republicans, they don't care what Trump does as long as he keeps them in power. They really don't care what he does. The constituents that vote for him, no matter what he does, he could shoot someone on Fifth Avenue and he wouldn't get indicted. They don't care. Now let's see who's on the other side. The victims, yeah, for life. They've been tainted. No matter what they do in life, they'll be known as that. Did they get any money? No. Did they get any power? No. Did they get anything from this? No. What do they have to lose? Everything. Trump's still a billionaire. He ain't lost a penny from this. You know, so this is what we're talking about, is that these people will do anything to stay in power. No matter what Trump does, and they say, you're following that? How do you even go to sleep at night? How do you even deal with yourself? And they say, well, yeah. Is he still in power? We're still in power? Yeah. Pathetic. Seriously pathetic. Your children are going to ask you questions later on in life, and you're going to have to come correct with them. It's not a good look for you, bro. So, since everyone's moved on, like nothing's happened now, Ford will be forgotten in a week or so, and Kavanaugh will be out there forever. Now everyone's going to look at the midterms like, okay, Democrats, what did you actually tell us? Did you tell us that you have a better person to put up? Did you say that Kavanaugh was drunk all the time and that he didn't do this and you don't believe Ford? Are you saying that his lying on the stand, that he never drunk to get blotto and pass out, was correct, and that he never had any girlfriends, he was a virgin when he left college? Are you believing all that over Ford with her testimony and the other people that came forward? Wow, well, okay, that means that you really don't give a damn about these women. How can you look your wives in their face? I don't get it. It amazes me. And it's just, I know that if I was a Republican and had a wife, and I was trying to vote this guy in, my wife would be looking at me like, really? Really? You're voting for that? Really? You're voting for him? Wow, I get you now. I see you now. I didn't see you before, but now you're blinding me with your absolute arrogance and ignorance to say that you can do anything you want to women and get away with it. That women don't matter. What they've gone through does not matter. Amazing to me. So these men, what have they done? They don't know what they do. As a famous Jewish guy used to say. So, well, let me know how you feel about that anyway. Lenny T, bro, you made it, man. Yeah, marathon. You understand, Lenny. You know. Oh yeah, I'll see you later on on Stepford Wives. Joanna, wow. Stepford Wives. That is so true. It's just like they're mechanically like clockwork. Trump is amazing. Everyone that he hires is amazing. They never do anything wrong. If they're found to be wrong, it's probably you just being too overly sensitive. Why can't you just see that they're amazing people that do lovely stuff for the women in their lives? Yeah. Stepford Wives, man. Scary! You're a nail on the head. Women suffer big time. Women in the White House, women everywhere suffer. But yeah, I'm with that. Joanna, I'm totally with you. Lenny, since you're here, mate, we're over here. We're talking about free speech is under attack in Hyde Park, with all these people getting crazy and crazier by the week because no one's listening to anyone. They just want to get their point across, get their clickbait going, and get a bit of fame and fortune for it. So it's putting the Speaker's Corner on rocky ground. That's what we're talking about in over here. That's what happens in the UK. Okay. In over there, we're talking about Kavanaugh being Brett Kavanaugh, judge, being upgraded to Chief Supreme A#1 head cheese big vancho on the panel of the Supreme Court judges by Trump. The vote went through, and even a Democrat flipped her decision to make him the main man up there. One of them. There's 9 other Republicans now. Now it seems like they got the Senate, Congress, they got everything. The Supreme Court judges, the Republicans. So now they can pass any damn law or get any law to be looked at. The main law they are trying to change, or what Trump wants to change because he feels that his base of 30% of the American population rich white folk, basically, want to make sure that abortion laws are enforced. So you can't have an abortion unless you've got a medical problem, blah, blah, blah. Crazy stuff that brings a choice out of women's hands, takes a choice out of women. Roe v. Wade. Is it Roe v. Wade? Roe v. Wade. I think that's the statute that limits abortion rights. So women, he wants the Supreme Court judge to vote for that, vote against it. That's why he nominated him. That's one of the reasons why. Another reason is because Kavanaugh just so happens to believe that it's not good to impeach a sitting president. He would be against that. And Trump was like, yeah, I want him up. I want him up as one of my choices. So that's amazing, isn't it? I'm just putting all this in the chat room so you understand what we're chatting about, if anyone's got anything to say. Right, the celebrity community is next, so I'm going to play a tune if I can now. Let's see if I can play something. This should be okay. Steve Arrington, all right. A week at the knees. I agree with you, Joanna. Free speech isn't under attack. It's late, like you say, it's lazy ass people who do not know how to debate. They don't understand that hate speech is not free speech. It's not the same thing. Okay, I can tell you're an idiot if you say, oh, you call me an idiot and I'm a Muslim, that means that you're Islamophobic. No, it doesn't mean that. It means that I personally think you are a fool.
I said I feel alright. I'm taking weak at the knees. Do you hear what I say? I'm making weak at the knees, baby. Oh, I'm making weak at the knees. I'm your main hot. I do it all my day hot. I'm making weak at the knees. Don't you know I want you? I heard too much hard to satisfy. I even heard that midnight were denied. And I heard she said, what you be is still in you. Oh, and the same goes for you. I make it weak at the knees. I'm gonna do you. I'm making weak at the knees. I took them along, baby. I'm gonna do it. Oh. Said I want you, baby. Got to have you right now. You make me feel so
Yes. Lovely tune, Steve Harrington, Weak at the Knees there. Just to give me a chance to put some stuff into the chat room so y'all can understand what we're chatting about here. And if you want to get involved, then you can put whatever comment you wish in there. I don't care. I'm not scared. I will take it right here, no problems. And rebuke you, refute you, or agree. It may happen. I may agree with you. I don't know. I am very flighty. I'm not very flighty. I'm quite forthright in what I think and believe. Believe? Did I say that out loud? I mean what I have found to be true. Okay, non-fakery is not in my vocabulary. Non-fakery is not in my. I mean, fakery is not in my vocabulary. That's what I meant. That's what I meant. You almost got me. Yeah, I know. You didn't get me. You don't get me. Okay. So we're talking about celebrity community. Is Big Brother and the Apprentice celebrity, and the children in our community have no plan. Are their futures in jeopardy because they are not given support in finding a plan? So that's what we're talking about in celebrity and community. Big Brother is back on our screens. Been out for about 2 weeks now. Every year I watch this and people say, every year I have no TV, right? No TV channels in my yard. I moved out of my old house into a flat that had no Sky Dish. So I couldn't get the free channels that I was getting with my Sky Dish at my old house. So the Sky Dish is still in the house. So I came here and I was using, got a PS4. So therefore I get apps with it. And one of the apps is Netflix. Another one is YouTube, blah, blah, blah. You get a lot of apps with it. And the iPlayer channel, you can download apps and get iPlayer and catch up on Channel 5 and blah, blah, blah. I get iPlayer for BBC and Channel 5 because they have the programs that I like to watch when I was normally watching TV. When I did have TV, I was watching, it was literally white noise in my house. TV was on all day because I work from home during the day most of the time. Even when people come around to get trained, they come around to get trained. So I literally don't have to leave my house during the day. During the night, I'm out teaching, blah, blah, blah. Okay? So I've taken a lot of TV, adverts mostly. Since I have no TV channels, no adverts. It's awesome. The only adverts I watch now are the ones when I'm on Channel 5 because BBC don't have an advert. And the best thing, TV licensing came round and they said, have you got any TV? And I was like, no, I ain't got no TV. Yeah, we don't believe you. Can we have a look? And I was like, no, you can't have a look. It's my house. You can't come in. And they were like, come on, we're only going to come back in again later. We have to be satisfied. Come on. I was like, how long is it going to take? Gosh. They said 2 minutes, just let me come in. So they came in, and it just so happened to have Netflix on there. So I said, see? And he goes, no, that's not proof. I go, oh, come on, what do you need? They said, put it on the TV and put the antenna channel on. And I was like, I put it on, and they could see there's no antenna attached. And I was like, happy now? They said, yeah, but you know, how are you watching BBC? And I said, it's an app, it's free. They said, no, you'll have to pay licensing for that soon. I go, yeah, right, try policing that. Yeah, right. You know what I mean? I could be on anything, on my laptop or anything. It could be, I don't have to use the TV to get it. How are you going to know it's on there if it's on my TV? And it's in an app on a computer attached to the TV. Don't chat rubbish. And they just left and said, all right, you don't need a license. So now when I see letters in the TV licensing people, I just dash them to the side. Anyway, that's not what I wanted to talk about, but it's cool. It was just one of the good days when you could just go to the little TV licensing people. Anyway, yeah, Big Brother, awesome TV to me because it deals with people. I love people. I love dealing with people. When I was doing my photography, my main photography was portraiture and candid photography. Candid photography is trying to catch people in a moment doing some work or something, and you catch a good photo of them. I love that kind of pictures because it was about people, and so you can feel their feelings through the picture. It's capturing a moment in time, his story or her story. I don't mind his or her story. But at weddings, the weddings I used to do, yes, I take the official photography, but then I would go around the dinner tables and watch people getting things ready and tying shoelaces and fixing people's ties, and I would take pictures, and those are the ones that sold. That's what made me get more work. Anywho, when you're watching Big Brother, it's like the same thing. You're watching them at work. You're watching human beings. They're like they're in a goldfish bowl, and you're watching them at everyday life. It's just regular people. Yeah, sort of regular people you're watching. And so it's very, very interesting to me because I'm a student of psychology. I have gone to, I'm going still through my my degree in psychology. I took a gap. I'm in my last year now. Yeah, I have about a year and a half of work to do until I can go for the hold certificate. So anyway, it's very interesting to me and gives me exercise for my brain. Another one is The Apprentice. The Apprentice is even more because I'm self-employed. I've been self-employed since I was 14 years old when I had a burger stand at a cricket ground, Sunderland Park, and in Luton. And I was selling the hot dogs and teas and crisps and stuff like that for, you know, little. That was my mum and dad gave me the contract and said, "Do you think you can handle it?" And I was like, "Yeah, I can handle it." And they helped me buy stuff at the contract, you know, the warehouse, and I would take it, and then they would drop me off, and I would get my money for that, and I'd have to use the money from that to buy more stock and I had to judge what was sell and what was selling and what wasn't selling, and it was good. So therefore, I was doing The Apprentice long before The Apprentice started, because that was like 40 years ago, 30 odd years ago. So it's amazing to me that these produce celebrities, because the personalities come through, the strongest personalities come through. And in Big Brother, the strongest personalities are sometimes taken out straight away by the public. They don't like strong personalities, but yet in The Apprentice, strong personalities live to the end. It's very weird that it's, you know, in the same kind of community. It's the same. You know, it's from the diaspora of everyone's country, you know, that is going into these contests, let's say. And it amazes me how one set of people are derided for what they're doing and another one are celebrated for what they're doing. You know, yeah, you threw that person under the bus. Well played, bro. Well played. You threw him under the bus. That's harsh, man. We're voting you out. It's weird. But yeah, it shapes our community. It helps us to understand what kind of person we are and kind of guides us to where we want to be in life. Now, I'm not saying that I could have been a different person if we had Big Brother and The Apprentice when I was a child. But if I had something that gave me that impetus to want to change one way or the other, it may be a good thing. It will help me to understand my place in the world, which is what, you see how I seamlessly went into my voluntary group, the CDMA. It's pretty awesome, right? It's pretty awesome. The CDMA is a community development for martial arts, and we do a lot more than just teach people self-defense techniques. We give you a route towards your happiness. Your happiness is engineered by understanding what you are good at in life. And we find that out by doing a BLAPPS session. A BLAPPS session is my nickname. See, BLAPPS session is Better Living a Positive Propaganda System. I talk to you for a good half hour, 45 minutes, and find what you're good at and which way we can help you steer yourself towards being happy. And how we do that is, in my opinion, is happiness is not the key to success. Success is the key to happiness. If you enjoy what you're doing, you will become successful. So we find out what you're good at and then monitor you and set you up so you are making that the best thing about you. Okay. So It does take a long time sometimes, because we have to train you in your ability to become better at what you're interested at, and we use the martial arts as a tool to maneuver you one way or the other to make you stronger at what you're interested at. So we just use the teachings of martial arts, the way martial artists learn anything, we apply it to what you are interested in, and then that progresses you towards doing that in life, which will bring ultimate success because you're going to enjoy what you're doing. All right. So I talk to the kids and the children, and what I first ask them is, what's your plan? And they say, what do you mean, what's your plan? I goes, when you woke up this morning, what were you thinking? Were you thinking that you're going to go to school without any clothes on, without being washed, you're going to dress exactly how you want, and you're going to tell everyone to get lost? Or did you wake up this morning, have breakfast, wash and get yourself ready in your clothing, the correct clothing, and go to school with the intention to learn something that will progress for you in life, make you progress in life? And they always say the latter. Okay, there's no one that wakes up in the morning, especially if they got parents, wakes up in the morning and says, yeah, I'm going to do exactly what I want because that looks like a successful road ahead. Okay, but when I ask them, what's your plan? How are you going to get to ultimate success, which is happiness? Okay, they have no clue. I'm interested in cricket. I like football. I like playing chess. I like this, but they don't say what they want to do in life. They don't. Back in the day, we were told by the vocational, the people, and say, you're going to be. Do you want to be a fireman? Do you want to be a doctor? Do you want to be this? And they look at your results, and they look at your test results and say, no, you won't be able to get that because you haven't got English and blah, blah, blah. You won't be able to get that because you haven't got French. You won't be able to get that because you ain't got social. And they make a decision for you. You're best suited to McDonald's. That's not what I used to be told, by the way. Okay, I can't remember what I was told. What was I told? I can't remember. What was I told? I knew that I got being arrested twice at school. The vocational officer that had that on the record didn't really see I was going to be doing anything but what I was already up to. This is probably why I didn't hear anything like a vocational way forward. I knew I was destined for greater things. Personally, I knew at 15 that I wanted to own a martial arts shop. And by 1994, I had achieved that. Okay, so I had already been well on my way to making myself happy. And what you see before me is a person that's quite enlightened of themselves, so therefore very happy, understand my way forward, what I'm here for, and what I'm going to be doing. And that's what I'm going to be teaching through the CDMA to your child. So they become ultimately very confident and have high self-esteem and pride in themselves. And so therefore their fear and doubt in life will decrease to the point where they will not be bullied and they will not become bullies. You see, I'm doing it for everyone. It's about protection, people. If you want to say you love people, you protect them. And that's what I do. I have a security firm. I teach people self-defense, and I have all the stuff I do for the community of martial arts. My volunteer group is about making children stronger in their mind, body, and warrior spirit. So that's my way forward. It makes me happy to do it. I would do it for nothing, but the fact I get paid for it is the cherry on top. So that's what I'll talk about the celebrity community. It's interesting. Big Brother, Apprentice, and guiding children in life. It's all very connected. It all resonates with the children. They understand it. They have their people in the Big Brother that they can't stand, and they have the people in the Apprentice that they can't stand, and they have people in Big Brother that they love, and people in the Apprentice that they love, and they all have different ones. You see what I'm saying? All the people that I talk to. And if it's not that, it's Love Island or some other reality TV show. You know, everyone watches Love Island. The last one that was on the last season was 4, I think, or 3. And we have long conversations about Love Island. Wow. My daughter told me about Love Island. Say she was October. Suppose it wasn't October the 1st, but suppose it was October the 1st that first time I ever heard about Love Island. Right? Not seen one season. I started on October the 1st, and by October the 4th, I was on season 3, and there was 20 odd episodes per season. So I binge watched all of them because I was like, while watching it, I was like, what? Literally like that all the time. It's just car crash TV. You couldn't turn your head. It's just, I found out my daughter and said, "Why did you tell me to watch this? I'm still waiting for the punchline. What's the point again?" It's hilarious to her. Anyway, we're talking about what sparks me off. And as you've probably understood from what I've said today, what sparks me off is about people who are specifically reasonable. What I mean by that is that they can reason with you on simple things that no one argues about, that there's no debate about. They can reason with you. 1 and 1 is 2. Yeah, no got a problem with that. 1 and 1, yeah. When you add one thing to another one, 1, 2. 2 things, 1 and 1 is 2. Awesome. Muhammad flew on a horse, a winged horse, and then ascended into the heavens. Yes. Really? 1 and 1 is 2. Muhammad on a horse, same thing. Yes. Jesus made water into wine. True story. What? He did what? He was a human being, if he existed. And you're saying this guy capable of making water into people from the dead, walking on water, and splitting 5 loaves and 2 fishes and feeding 5,000 people. He did all these things, yeah? And you can't prove one thing of it, but that's as reasonable as me saying my eyes are brown. Yes. Wow. Specific reasoning. Just personally, you can be happy with the insanity going on in your head. Mental health is real. It's not just in this town. The mental health problems we face in our communities is real. Let me tell you now. And I have become fed up of debating religious people about their personal beliefs and faiths. I find myself saying that I'm an atheist now. Is something I personally made up. Atheism, not atheism. Atheism is refuting the claim that there is a God. So if you say, I believe there's a God, I just say, have you any proof of that? And you say no, I'll say, well, I don't believe your claim then. It's just like saying, I believe in unicorns. Have you any proof of unicorns? No. You ever seen a unicorn? No. You ever heard of anyone seeing a unicorn? No. Have you seen pictures of you and got pictures of this actual unicorn? No. Then I refute your claim that you have ever seen or known about a unicorn existing ever anywhere. That's all atheism means. But atheism means I'm indifferent about your belief and your faith. I don't care that you have belief or faith. I don't care what's written in your book. I don't care what's written in the scriptures in your book. What have you done with your book's information lately for the community? What have you done for me lately? Okay, so, and I'm indifferent. I mean, I find your God irrelevant. That's the other one. Indifferent to your belief, and I find your God irrelevant. No matter what happens, if your God came down now and proved that it existed and everything, I will still go to work Monday morning. It's not a problem for me. The world's still spinning. Nothing's happening. It's never had any input in my life, and it will not have, even if it walked past me in the street, whatever your God is, tentacled monster, teapot, carrying turtle, I don't care. This is what I'm saying to you. I don't care about your God. Okay? It's irrelevant to me. There's no purpose. Just like saying you've got brown eyes. I believe in God. You've got brown eyes. Why would I care? So that's it for today. It's a strong hour, like I like to do. You're going to appreciate it soon. I'm grateful for everyone that came into my little microverse today on BLAPPS TARK to help me get through this hour and get stuff off my chest. These people, they're sent to test us, they say. Okay. Thank you for being in the chat room. I will see you next week. If I don't see you during work on Facebook, y'all be cool. Everybody be cool. You be cool. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. And you have been blessed. Peace.